Okay, guys, today is the daily task webinar for July. What is it, 25th? Gosh, this month is just flying by. But there are so many exciting things going on, and really what it's going to take for the next, let me open up a window, for the next 60 days, guys. It's really going to take some focus. It really is. And I'm really excited that Tom decided to do these daily task webinars um, because I really believe it'll help us stay focused. And um, today's webinar is going to be, what is it? How to close 95% of your prospects or something in your business. This is a really great inner circle call. As a matter of fact, this is this actual what this is, how can I say this? Like, for example, I actually come from a community called, hey Julie, how you doing, girl? Um, from a community called DannyJohnson.com, and I know many of you do as well. And there are some skill sets that are really powerful that you can utilize inside of your business, because as you're learning this platform, guys, it you know it you hear Dave and Dave say do whatever it takes. And what that means is, guys, is you got to do whatever it takes with where you're at, with where you're at inside of your business. Everybody comes in here doing, with a different skill set, right? I mean, I see newbies come in here and just tear it up. I don't know why that font changed. Just tear it up and, with zero experience whatsoever. I know for myself, I had no experience other than failures online, and just trying to dab into um, understanding how the internet works. And when I actually joined Empower Network, I was just at a point in my life where I had enough experience to recognize that this is something that would, in my opinion, the easiest thing to do, the easiest thing I personally have ever done. Now, to somebody else, right, Empower Network is not easy. You think to yourself, this is confusing. Where do I start? Where do I go? I need somebody holding my hand. I need somebody right here. I need to look over your shoulder. And the truth is you don't, because there's everything right here in order for you to succeed. All you have to do is you have to follow the 8 core commitments. You just have to follow them. Every time I steer away from the 8 core commitments, I get lost. And then this is what I hear every time I see myself, and when you get a little squirrely inside your business or just inside anything, it could be focus, it could be, getting food on the table for the kids, right? When you start getting squirrely, I sometimes I hear Tracy Walker's voice in my head say, all right, go back to home base. Where's home base? Well, we have the Ning site, the Dream Team Ning site. We have the Real Work Encouragement Team site. Guys, we have so much support that it's going to be your job to plug in. You got to plug in. Like, when somebody asks me a question, uh, I know just by the way they're asking me the question, I know that they haven't gone through the information. And if they would just apply the information, they would succeed. They really will. It's just a matter of doing it. But this inner circle call is this, I think it's the third time I've listened to this. Some things were I shouldn't say repetitive, but things that I've heard before, which is good because repetition is mother of skill. But there's a lot of nuggets, guys, inside this inner circle. And if you don't have the inner circle, you need to get it. You just need to get over yourself, guys. There is some powerful training in there. There are some nuggets in every single one of those calls that will literally change your business. And if you're not listening to them daily, then that's going to affect you, not anybody else. Yay! I'm actually talking to a possible sign up right now. Yay! Awesome! Woohoo! Um, go now. Who's Green Dude? What's your first name? Is that Carter? Who is that? Just so I know. I know some of you guys come in on nicknames and I don't know who everybody is. Keith. All right, sorry, Keith. I was close. Carter, Keith. Sorry. I don't know who everybody's names are. Anyways, awesome, Keith. Well, congratulations. Doesn't that feel good getting your first sign up? I tell you what, once you get that first sign up, you can really get in momentum. You really can. It's exciting getting those emails. But anyways, guys, there are some powerful nuggets in here. And the reason why this inner circle call is so good is because most of us that are on this webinar, we need the basics right now still. We're still applying the basics, which could be you might be talking to some people on the phone. You might need more exchanges with communication before they actually join your business. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I would rather have someone have all the information that they need, right? Because I've had people that 3 months later now they want to join, but they're ready. They're ready to join. They're ready to do what it takes. I'd rather have that person than somebody that comes in, blindfold and then just sits there and does nothing, which hurts them, and I want them to succeed. But there's a lot of great nuggets, guys, inside of this actual inner circle that's going to show you the basics on how getting people started. Because, guys, sometimes it's a matter of just getting in your unpaid signups, right? Going back in your Empower Network office and recognizing that you could contact your unpaid and say, okay, are you ready to get started? Are you right there in front of your computer? What has you open-minded about, starting a business online? Just those basics. So this call really is powerful, and it is our daily task to do to do it as a blog. Well, I'm doing it as a blog. I know we're supposed to do it just as videos, but I'm just doing a twofer. I'm doing the blog and the video to make it easier. Yeah, that's right, Emily. Master the basics first, like Danny says. And when you start mastering, like actually Dave Wood or Dave Sharp said something really powerful. He said, and okay, and I just have to say this before I say what Dave Sharp says. Guys, there's nothing new under the sun, okay? There's nothing new under the sun. You can, I mean, and what do I mean by that? I mean, every guru out there has said the same thing, just a different way, okay? So that's what I mean by there's nothing new under the sun. And so there's no excuse for us to not grow our businesses. There's really not, and this is the conversation I've had to have with myself. But Dave Sharp, he said, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable until you get comfortable, and it's so true. It's so true. You just got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You just that's how you grow any business, you know? Yeah, that's how you grow any business. Mary, we cannot manufacture antiques. Oh, girl, you crack me up. Um, so, uh, I want to, I will tell you, I'm still kind of learning how to do this. I'm gonna pull somebody out and talk about yesterday's what you learned from the power of unity. So, okay, you're driving. We're gonna do this really quick, and then we're gonna talk about the new platform. So, did everybody do? I'm proud of you, Julie. I know you're really uncomfortable, but you're still doing it. Who did their daily task yesterday? Everybody? Okay, so spoil. Okay. So working on today's. Okay, Tom Stevens, I'm gonna pull you out, okay? Let me find you. Where you at? Just saw you. We're gonna talk about the power of unity. All right, Tom, you there? You're unmuted. Tom? Tom Stevens? Can you hear me? You're unmuted. All right, hold on. For some reason, not come out. Tom, you there? All right, let me try somebody else. Hold on. I just muted you, Tom. All right, Julie. Julie, you there? Hello.
Hi guys.
Are you there? Okay, cool. Awesome.
Hello.
Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
You can hear me okay? All right.
All right, what did you learn about the power of unity?
Well, the event. Everything that I've been doing has kind of like been related back to that event because in my personal past, just recent past, I haven't had unity, not in my family, not in practically every area of my life. And I thought what Dave Wood was talking about yesterday just like cemented what I saw at the event, because when I was going through my personal struggle the past few years, I got to the point where I was scared of everybody. And I didn't believe anybody because I didn't have any unity in my world where I was hanging out all the time. I really began to doubt that anybody was ever going to be unified. There's more in being unified than there is in being right. And I've had to struggle a lot with that because as long as I stuck to myself, I'd be right about everything and I didn't have to be unified, and I felt like I was okay. But going to Denver, it was just, that's what the biggest impact of this whole thing has been for me, including the Inner Circle audio yesterday, was that unified about something. And it's not just something where we get together and we're unified at one moment. It's no, we're unified in thought for our whole entire movement that's in Power Network. And that has strengthened me like you guys don't have any idea. I'm totally uncomfortable because, you know, basically I would have a whole bunch of interaction outside of my own environment for a while. And so it's, there's, like they say, there's power in numbers. And you don't need to talk to the people who don't care about that kind of stuff. That's another thing that I'm getting. That I can be unified with people who are looking for what I have. And they can relate to me because I'm real and because I don't have to be right about everything. And it's just really strengthening. And that's what I got from it.
Awesome. So, not having unity within your life, man, I got some major feedback, man. What's up with that? Hold on. Hold on. All right, Julie, I muted you just so there's no feedback. So not having unity within your life, you've never really seen what that looks like, you know, so to speak. And seeing us seeing unity, right, and feeling it within ourselves, within thought, within, you know, your spirit, however you look at it, you see how it strengthens you. And you know what? That's awesome because it's so true. And one of the things I know, like for example, you know, I think we all know where we're weak, right? And one of the areas that I have allowed myself is to be weak is with unity. And it stems from, being younger. I come from a big family, and you know, I just grew up like around a tremendous amount of division. And so I found myself at a really young age where I always felt as if I needed to depend on myself all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that, to one aspect, right? Because it shows that we're self-sufficient and we can make things happen on our own, that we don't need anybody to help us. But what I also struggled with is when I started growing up into other industries and having to work with people, that I had to start recognizing that we're all different and we all have different goals and we're all at a different level of maturity and we're all at a different level in our personal development, right? So because of that, I've had to really work hard on myself in order to be unified with people who are completely opposite of me in some areas, right? And that's really a beautiful thing, right? Because I do believe uh, unity really is diversity and harmony, and I love that. And it feels really good, having unity. And because the truth is, guys, none of us can be successful within our business without being unified as a team. We need each other. We can't do this alone. And I know some of you all know that, but I'm just going to say it again, that none of us are going to get to the level of success that we need unless we really work together. And that is what people are going to be attracted to. They're going to be attracted to the fact that they're just going to be attracted to that we're really coming together and that they have support, and that absolutely, Julie. Julie says, I realize that there are people out there who have felt like me, but that they don't all have to be like me. Absolutely. Amen. Oh, I really like that. I'm going to write that one down. That's really good. Um, yeah, and I have to say this really quick, and we're going to move on to our daily task and just kind of discuss the new platform so you guys can promote it correctly. I might need Chad on this one, but David Sharp talks about a story, uh, with when his girlfriend, right, when Aaron got in a car accident, when he was telling that story, and and one thing that he recognized, when his family got to the hospital, is that he wasn't allowing the unity in his life, of people in his life, because of the frustrations that he's been through, because of the hardships that he's been through, because of how people have hurt him, or whatever the case may be, right? So he was kind of repelling, people coming into his life. And it was a defining moment for him that he would allowed himself to open up and say, you know what, I am going to accept that even though these people, my family, may not be perfect and we might have a bad history of of yeah, Tom, I see that. I think we're all guilty there. I think we're all guilty with not just allowing people just to love us, and we just love them without there being all these issues, right? So it was a defining moment for Dave Sharp, and I know that I have been there, and I've had to allow people and learn how to let people just love me, just for being me, instead of me harboring, other things like, well, one of them is rejection, right? And so I believe just that in and of itself is the reason why we either succeed or we don't. Some people you just don't want people in your life. You want everything that goes with, right? Maybe the success, but you don't want the people. And that just doesn't work that way, guys. It doesn't. You cannot build a big vision or your dream by yourself. You can't. You can try all you want, but you can't. And I fought this. I really did. I fought this for a really long time because I'm one of these people like, screw you, kiss my butt. I'm going into another country and y'all are never going to see me again. Can anybody else relate to that? But you can't run. I mean, every time I tried to run away, it's like, every time I swear everything, every force stopped me from running away. And so it was just another reminder that I need to just allow myself to accept people in my life. I mean, look at our team, right? You guys are awesome. I'm surrounded by some of the most amazing people literally in the world. And you might think to yourself, "Oh, Katie, you're probably just saying that." No, I'm not. I'm not just saying that. Anybody that's looking to better themselves, that's looking to work harder on themselves, it doesn't matter what level of success you're at. It has no meaning whatsoever. It's just the fact that you want better. Hanging out with that kind of flock of people, I'm honored. Truly. And I'm learning to just now accept, you know, to have you guys in my life. And I believe the more that we work, unified, the more we allow our thoughts to think unity instead of division and rejection, I believe the bigger our businesses will grow, the bigger our team will grow, the bigger ideas will rise up, right? Because there's many of you that are sitting on your dreams, right? You're not suffocating them, but you're sitting on them, and they haven't gotten to that point where it's like you could just eat the fruit of that dream, right? So there's things that are stirring in you since you started this platform. Now, you might have had dreams prior to getting started, but there's things stirring in you that haven't fully come to the surface yet. And to me, I believe as we work together, as we unify together, I believe that those things will come to the surface and we'll rise above our circumstances, right? We're going to rise above, where it is that we are right now and where it is that we want to go. And together we will be strong. Truly, together we're going to be strong. And know, guys, that today, life is always more. Yeah, Emily, that's so true. Emily just said, my life is always more rewarding when I allow people in. This is so true, guys. I think we all have a lesson that we need to learn here, including myself, just allowing us to love each other, just allowing people in, because it's really people. I mean, okay, so being in Denver, I probably belly laughed more in that weekend than I had in months. I mean, maybe even in a year. Because why? Well, I had been going through a lot of challenges, like I know you guys have, facing a lot of fires and challenges, but just some of the silliest stuff about, things that I love about Tom Stevens, things that I love about Mark Whitting, things that I love about Emily, things that I love about Julie, things that I love about Mary, things that I love about Erica. Everybody that Karen and Kyle and Tom the Free Hat guy and Ryan and Brooke, like when I really and Raul and everybody on our team, right? And when I look at like the beautiful side to all of us, right? I mean, we all just have this joy in us, and there's so many things that made me laugh besides when we were driving back and forth in the car to and from the event. I mean, that in itself is awesome, right? It's fun. And then that's what helps us kind of put our guards down, right? And just work together. And so that's what I got out of the power of unity. And Julie, what you said was really profound. I'm actually going to write that down. And all of us. And, I just really think that we just continue to rise above our circumstances. Your other left this like oh man, my side hurts just thinking about it. If some of you guys don't know, I'll just say this really quick. When we were driving back and forth from the hotel, Tom Stevens was the driver. Mark Whitting was the navigator, and let's just say it was it was so entertaining. Oh my gosh. And it was like it made my side hurt. It was so funny. But anyways, it was a that just right there shows the differences in us. And yeah, no, what a combination. Tom Stevens, I did not know if I could go cross country with Mark being the navigator and you being the driver. So anyway, guys, um, see, this is what we need. You know, I think what we need most is and I say this, and Emily laughs at me when I say this all the time, is sometimes you got to just take the stick out of your butt, put the walls down, get to work, and start receiving blessings in your life. You know, sometimes it's just that's just what you got to do. You got to let go of this stuff in your head and say I refuse to think those thoughts. You know, Dave Sharp said it best. He was like, "Fuck you. I'm done listening to those thoughts. I'm done." And that's what I do. I tell those thoughts to go to hell. I'm done with those thoughts. I don't know about you, but I've beat myself up enough in my life. You know, the mistakes that I've made in the past, I'm done. I'm choosing to stand in my present, and I'm choosing to bulldozer in my future. And that's what you guys have a choice to do. You guys have that choice. So it's just a decision. If you have these thoughts in your head that they don't need to be there, tell them to go to hell where they belong. Seriously. They can go to hell for all I care. They're getting you nowhere. I know they got me nowhere. The only place they got me was a pity party in my closet, you know? So, guys, it's time to unite. No matter what issues you may have with this person, that person, blah, 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 blah. How far is that getting you? I know where it got me. It got me broke. So you can either be broke or you can be rich. Which one is it? Let's work together. Let's unify. Not just physically, spiritually too, It really takes a conscious, that's right, Keith. It takes a conscious effort, guys, to be successful. It really does. And you have to get rid of that junk out of your head. So, okay. Multi-billion. That's right, baby. You got it, Alyssa. Okay, so guys, with the how to close 95% of your prospects in your business, guys, you guys probably have people right now, they're just looking for you to ask the question. Ask the stinking question. Are you ready to get started today in this business? Are you ready to start living the life of your dreams? Are you ready? Are you done? All right, are you in front of your computer? All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm sending you the link, or whatever the case may be, unless they already have the link. So guys, that's what that inner circle is all about. It's about truly how to close your prospects inside of your business. Utilize these current skill sets that can help you grow, right? And then as you grow into learning, things in the 15K, like in the beginning, what did I do in the beginning? Well, in the beginning, I pretty much did, how to close 95% of your prospects in your business. However, I did recruit people online, and then when I got them, I did connect with them either via phone, Skype, or whatever, and closed them down. And I asked them the question, are you ready to get started today? It's that simple, guys. That's what's going to grow your business. Some of us are just missing those little pieces. It's just asking the closing question. A great story. Let me just tell this story really quick. Some of you might know. You guys remember Franco? He was inside the DJC. I forget his last name. He's like the best testimony and story on how he closed a $10 million deal. For 20 years, guys, 20 years, he had been trying to do this movie deal. And he would go to all the producers, and he would have these awesome meetings. He would develop these awesome relationships, but he wouldn't say, are you ready to get started with my movie or whatever? He wouldn't even ask the closing question. And it was so, yeah, Emily, you know what I'm talking about. The replay, it was just priceless. The way, oh my gosh, this was priceless. So check this out. Finally, he goes to First Steps to Success, which we're going to be pushing actually for Dallas, guys, by the way, the end of August. He goes to the producer, and has a great meeting, and this is what he finally did after 20 years. He said, I'll see you on Monday at 8 o'clock. And the producer was like, okay. Can you believe that? And it was a $10 million deal. So for 20 years, he didn't ask the stinking question. Are you ready to get started today? Right? Or I'll see you on Monday. He closed them. Guys, he just closed them right on the spot. And until you learn to utilize the skill sets of, solo ads, which is in the 15K formula, if you don't have the 15K formula, you're not going to learn how to drive traffic. So if you're not going to learn how to drive traffic, you're going to have to utilize all the free ways that we have to move this business, which there are. And I really made my first 9 grand on the free strategies. And then I learned how to drive traffic. So until you learn how to drive traffic and you learn how to convert leads online, right now, you're going to have to ask some closing questions, whether it be via email, Skype, or whatever. Are you ready to get started today? It's as simple as that, guys. So guys, today, make sure you listen to this call. It's a great call. And if you haven't caught up with the 90-day challenge that we're doing, guys, get caught up. Basically, what we're doing is we're starting at the bottom of the inner circle. So let me show you. Oh, you guys are here. I'm going to log into my Power Network back office. How many of you, let me ask you this while I'm loading this up. How many of you have people that you know that could probably get started today, that you've talked to, you just haven't asked them the question? Be honest. All right, Emily. Emily, anybody else? Keith? Who else? Guys, it's a good time to really think about who could get literally started today. You just haven't asked them the closing question, right? Nate, Mary, all right, here's your challenge today, and so do I. Okay, so I'm going to do this with you. So we are going to reach out to those who have had a good, a sincere interest in what it is that we do, and ask them the closing question. Hey, are you ready to get started today inside of this business? Hey, or wait, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's kind of script this out, because I can help you guys here. Sorry, this takes a little bit long. All right, so I'm going to go inside of the inner circle. You guys better be in the inner circle. And everybody wants to be, has set the intention for coming all in too. My business didn't take off until I came all in. You want to know why? Because I'm like, holy crap, now I got to get all my money back. So it motivated me. I lit a fire under my butt when I got all in. But not only that, guys, I've been through every inner circle call. I've been through every video inside of Costa Rica. I've been through every video in 15K formula, and I've been through every video in the master's course. You better believe I am that much better now than I've ever been. I've learned so much. I've been through every video. I really have. And I'm working my way the second time through. I'm not playing around with this thing. This is my college tuition. I don't know about y'all. So, for those of you that don't know really what we're doing, we're starting at the bottom of the inner circle calls, and that's what we're doing videos and blogs on every single day. So there, now you know what to blog on every day. And I promise you, over the next 60 to 90 days, just doing that consistently every single day, you're going to get that much better. And then you're going to really understand how this business works. And it's just only a matter of time. Like with Dave Wood, the first 90 days, he didn't make a dime. And then bam, he made $30,000, right? So, and it was just because he was consistent. What did he do? He blogged every day. And then, bam, his business took off. Guys, there are so many nuggets inside of every single one of these calls that have literally helped me grow my business. So you want to start with the very first one, all the way down at the bottom. and work your way up each day. So that's what we're doing over the next 90 days. Okay. Dave Wood did that, Emily. 90 days, he didn't make a cent, and then bam. And that's really what led to Empower Network. So, the birth of Empower Network when he did that. So, that's what we're doing. All right. Those of you that have people that are looking to get started today and you haven't closed them, okay? Here's what you're going to say. All right, so you guys are probably going to reach out to them via, okay, I'm gonna be easy on you. You're probably gonna reach out to them via Skype or Facebook or email, right? Unless you're gonna contact them. If you got a good relationship with them, pick up the stinking phone. Don't be a wussy. Okay? I'm personally gonna pick up the phone because that's what I'd like to do in situations where it's someone I want to do a long-term business relationship with. I'm honoring them by picking up the phone. But so, okay, so when you talk to them the first time, I want you guys to answer this question. It's not rhetorical. Those that have somebody that they can close today and ask them the question, do you know what their need is? Do you know what their need is? What's a need? Well, a need is more money, more time, freedom, right? Do you guys know what their need is? Because anytime I'm talking to somebody, I ask them what has them open-minded about starting this business. So I always ask that question. I do. When I'm talking to people. Yeah, Julie, I know a lot of your leads are from other countries. Okay. Okay. So these are questions that I ask. Well, I will tell you, hey, Julie, are you pretty consistent about the Facebook strategy? The one that Tracy does? The one that Tracy has inside the Ning? Because there's a lot of people that when I talk to, these are the questions that I ask them and I find that need. So this is what I asked them in the first place, guys. So basically, so you don't get confused, you're not going to go back and ask this question right away. This is something that I already asked. So if you've already talked to them and you found the need, I would reach out to them and say, hey, let's just, Emily, I know you were looking for a way to get started making money online. Are you uh da, 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 da. Are you serious about making that happen? That's exactly what I'm going to inbox somebody because I've got a lot of people I can Facebook inbox and I can Skype inbox. So I know you were looking for a way to started making money online, or you know what, we can probably have the conversation. Hold on. Guys, I'm just telling you, I have been prospecting and closing for many years, so I never know what I'm going to say to somebody when I'm talking to them. But these are some of the questions that I ask, you know, or I might say something like, da, 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 da. Hey, Emily, listen, I know we were talking a couple months ago about getting started with Empower Network because you really are frustrated with your job. By the way, how is the job going? And I would let them answer. I would let them answer, guys. I would. Okay. And let's say their answer is it's not going. It sucks. Your answer should be, guys, you ready for this? Tell me more about that. And shut up and let them talk. Okay? They say, well, my bills are piling up and I'm stressed out. My next question would be, seriously, I let them talk, guys. Why are you stressed out? Now we'll let them talk. They answer and say, my job just sucks and my boss sucks. And here's what I would do. Here's what I would do, guys. Here's what I would say. Okay, so are you ready to fire your boss? They answer yes. Okay, I'm going to send you the join link to get started today so you can fire your boss and make a full-time income online part-time or something like that, so on and so forth. So guys, sometimes I do have a conversation with people via email or Skype or Facebook or whatever the case may be. But if you have actually personally talked with somebody, guys, I'm challenging you to reach out to them. And you know what? Sometimes you got to just have the approach of there's no strings attached. So don't be attached to them joining, okay? Don't be attached to like they're going to get started today. Just be attached to the fact like where do they, okay, so this is what, and you guys know me, I'm very spiritual. I love God. I'm very open about my faith. So one of the things I actually pray for every day, I don't know if this is something that you would do, but I ask God, I'm like, who needs this more than me? Guys, who needs this business more than you do? Because trust me, you want them to build this business faster than you. You want them to do that. You want to support people to do that. You don't know who's stuck in a rut. It's really, the thing is, guys, okay, Alyssa, you're a great example. Ryan was so persistent with you and you were homeless. You were homeless, Alyssa, but Ryan wouldn't shut up. And finally, you're like, fine. But what did he do? He followed up. So guys, some of you are in that place where, yes, I know you want to get 50 signups in a day online, but you're not at that skill set yet. You're just not. And if you're not all in, it makes it difficult because you don't know how to drive traffic or how to do compelling video or compelling content because you don't have the Costa Rica or, the 15K formula, the master's course. I tell people to get that just to study it. I mean, I can sit here and tell you why I love. I could tell you why I love the Costa Rica, the 15K formula, and so on and so forth. So, guys, this inner circle call today will really open your eyes on how to just, for me, like when I'm talking to somebody, I'm just talking to them. I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm just attached to how I can help them. Does that make sense? So, because I do have a genuine heart for people to succeed, you know? And some of the things that have burned me in the past is the fact that I've wanted it more than them. So, you've got to find out why they want to grow a business. And you've got to ask them the question because some of them are just waiting for you to ask. Are you ready to get started today? Okay? So, guys, I challenge you today to do that. Just one person and let go of the outcome. Don't be all upset if they don't sign up. Who cares, right? You move on. But I'm just saying it's these skill sets that if you're consistent with them, it should be automatic. Like you guys should literally be spitfiring them out. Like when I'm talking to people, it's automatic that I'm closing them on their dreams all the time because it's not about me. And what do I say if they say no? Keith, that's a really good question. I'm really glad you asked that. If somebody says no, here's what I do. Okay, if someone says no, normally people don't say no. Normally they just don't respond back to you. But if they actually do say no, which is their way of saying no, um, I call them out. I do. I call them out. Okay, so what you are telling me, okay, so hold up. Let me back up for a second. Let me help you here, Keith. I love this question. It's so simple. First of all, when someone says no, guys, an objection is just an objection is telling you that they have more questions. Okay? Okay, so hold on. So this is what I would say, okay? And hold on, and let me just do this. An objection um, is the prospect telling you that they have more questions. Okay? All right. Okay, Emily, this is what I would say. You just told me that you hate your job. Your boss sucks and you can't pay your bills. Are you serious about changing your financial situation or not? I would ask them. I'd call them out right away. If they're wishy-washy, here's another question that I ask. Sounds like you have some questions because you said that you are having a hard time paying your bills and you are looking for a way to freedom or whatever. What's your first question? Okay. It all really depends. Hold on, let me see if you guys are asking questions. All right. So it would depend on how it would go. If you want to, if you want to be the red furry hat, you can go for this one. Or if it sounds like you have some questions because you just told me that you're having a hard time. So basically, they just lied to you. And that's how I see it as. So if you're lying to me, I'm done with you. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it sounds like you have some questions. You're telling me that you are wanting to get started today, that your life sucks, your boss sucks, and you don't know how you're going to pay your bills. So what are you going to do? So this is what I do. After they ask me that, let's say they ask me a question, let's keep going, and then we'll end this call. If they ask me that question, I'll say, okay, Emily, if I can answer all your questions, that helps you feel good about this opportunity? Are you ready to get started today? I will tell you 9.9999% of the, out of 10 of the time, they're going to say yeah. Okay? They're going to say yes. So it's just a matter of constantly following up with them. Does this help at all, guys? Does this help at all? I know I kind of gave various opportunities, and I do have experience with prospecting and closing. So those are skill sets that I bring to the table, and I can do everything online without picking up on really talking to somebody on the phone. But if I reach that point, and someone really wants to talk to me on the phone, I want to talk to them on the phone. I have no problem. Does that make a lot of sense? Okay. Guys, a lot of times it's just a matter of asking, the right questions in a way that's compelling for them. Okay? That's going to help them. Remember, who needs this business more than you? This is how you get you out of the way. When you get you out of the way, okay, so a lot of people come to me, and I'll just end with this, guys. A lot of people come to me and they say, Katie, I want to change the world. I want to help people. I want to do this and I want to do that. And that was my heart for the longest time. But one of the areas that I struggled with is that I kept having to think everything had to be a certain way. And if it wasn't this certain way, if it wasn't perfect, then I didn't get it and I can't tell anybody. So I kept it a secret because I frustrated myself. Yeah, I'll put that, Emily, that's a good question. Emily asked if I would share the doc in the group. Yeah, I'll do that. Absolutely. So you guys know how to, actually, you know what? You know what would be really good is just an objection document. You know what I mean? I think that's where people need a lot of help is objections. Because objections, like I said, guys, it's basically the prospect's way of telling you that they just need more information. That's all it is. So don't take offense if someone says, oh, it's saturated or whatever the heck that they say. You know what I mean? I really think that that would be helpful. So, yeah, I'll put that in there. So guys, shoot, I just had a brain fart. What was I going to end with? Oh yeah, I thought that everything needed to be perfect. And everything had to be a certain way, and this business had to go this way, all because it was all about me, right? If it wasn't about me in the way I thought guys, right? That I thought it had to be, let me just say I had to check this out the door. This kept me broke. Broke. B-R-O-K-E. Broke. Okay? Get you out of the way, and this is how you help the masses, is when you get out of the way. Who needs this more than you? You just find a way that this is going to help them, not you. Besides, if they're attached to just you, then they're always going to be attached to just you. You're there for the relationship, the nurturing, the long-term, right, business, all that kind of stuff, right? Other than that, if you keep getting yourself in the way and thinking everything has to be a certain way, it's going to keep you broke. So who needs this business more than you? And for those of you that got people that are sitting right there and you just haven't asked the closing question, go freaking do it. Get over yourself. It ain't about you. It's about them. Well, what if, guys, and this is something that is actually, I got convicted on this about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. And the conviction was I was actually crying in my closet because I was frustrated, right? We've all been there in some platform or way, right? Just frustrated. And I envisioned other people doing the same thing. You don't know who cried in their closet last night that's just looking for someone to ask them the closing question. That's right, Nate. Always make the other person feel important. That's so true. That's honoring. Honoring is so crucial. So guys, sometimes these are the skill sets that you need to master before you get up into the big skill sets, okay? You're not Vic Streishouse. You're not Dave Wood, which is awesome because you're you. And that's what makes you awesome. And that's why you're here, to get better. So, guys, I challenge you. You guys know the daily task, right? I'll get the document up. You guys know the task. Down here. the inner circle. So do a video, listen to it. Guys, get involved and let's work together. So other than that, unless you guys have any questions or anything that you want to talk about, we are done with this coaching call. You guys good? All right, thanks guys. You guys have an awesome day. You know what to do. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see that sign up you're going to get today because I know it's going to happen. All right? Bye-bye.